that's the next thing I'm gonna have to take out because it's got a bad front seal in it. And when it warms up, it leaks quite a bit of oil when it gets hot. It's a little puddle back there. It was actually, it's quite a bit of oil actually. While it was running, it was just there for a second. It was leaking pretty good. But yeah, it's actually running a lot better than it was whenever I first had to start it up. So I'm going to put some fresh gas in it and start it up. Absolutely no smoke at all, 30,000 miles. Yeah, that other side's quite noisy. Let it get at the temperature and rev her up. It's not doing the cutting out, the whole cutting out thing like it was. That's warm enough. Yeah, it was cutting out whenever I give it gas, it would cut out. So yeah, it's running a lot better. Not doing that cutting out thing or anything. Big difference. I rode it around, was that last night? Or the night before last, I don't know. I rode it around and it ran really good. It kind of lacks some power in the low end, but maybe it's just too damn heavy. This thing's a beast. But it has plenty of power in the high end, and I didn't even get it above 7 grand or 8 grand really. Just keeps on pulling. But yeah, no cutting out. Maybe a little backfire. But yeah, great throttle response now, runs great. Next thing to do on it's going to be that front seal. It should be leaking by now. Yeah, there we go. I wonder where that's at. Yeah, it's coming from somewhere behind this radiator. Yep. It's no big deal though. I hope. I also got the idle problem pretty much fixed on the Stang. It's pretty much a cold start, and it'll actually idle on startup now. It's kind of an important thing whenever you're trying to sell it to somebody. It's not too terribly high. But if I notice if I adjust it any lower, it won't engage. The high idle won't engage, and then it just cuts out because the motor's cold and this thing's kind of cold in nature. And that's kind of idling a little higher than it was. I thought it was at 1500. This carburetor's screwy. But yeah, it's better now. Hopefully I'll get this bitch sold. I paid 300 bucks for it. Hopefully I'll get once I get rid of that lifter noise around anywhere from 700 RPM to 1200 RPM, you hear a serious lifter noise, but that's no big deal. Those are easy to adjust. Especially in this old straight 6, that ought to be easy. Then I ought to be able to get some money out of this thing. So yeah, I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna sell it to somebody that will take care of it. I'm not gonna sell it to somebody who's gonna let this thing go to shit, that's for sure. This thing's a classic. And this thing's actually inspired me. I want to get a, I'm trying to debate whether I should do a Men in Black themed car, like an 85 Crown Vic, put a built motor in it, or a Ford, not Capri, but a Ford Fairmont. Those early 80s Fairmonts that are real square, small cars. And I've seen people put all kinds of motors in those things. Well, until next time. Next project's going to be putting the seal in the bike and all that, taking apart the radiator and all that crap. So I'll get that going.